Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my videos. This is where I try to spark your creativity by being creative myself. Hopefully it sparks your creativity side. Today we'll be drawing this, draw this in your own style. I don't know really how to say this person's name. Sirorai, I don't know, I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. I thought she was really pretty, so I decided to draw her. Even though it's spooky season still, I'm gonna draw an angel. Since Halloween's my favorite time of year, I typically only draw like witch stuff and Halloween stuff, but I made an exception this time. I actually got inspired to do this mostly because I will show you later on with the animation. So there's an animation that I saw that I really loved, and my animation's nowhere near what this person did, but it was truly an inspiration. So here I just basically start plotting down simple shapes. Typically when I start drawing, I just draw the simple shapes, and then basically I'd use liquify tool like crazy. I just liquify, and to get to the shape that I really want. For those new artists out there, I recommend don't spend a whole lot of time during sketching phase other than just plotting down shapes and then refine it. I typically refine my sketch as it is. Some artists, they like to go over their sketch multiple times. I personally don't really do a whole lot of that, but I just wouldn't spend a whole lot of time worrying about your basic shapes. Once you get the shapes down, then once you have it refined, then put in your line art, or if you don't use line art, that's okay too. Like I said before in my other videos, I typically then will do my line art, but then I'll break it up into sections so that when I do the animation, each section has its own piece. And so it allows me to focus on each section individually so not to create gaps, but I ended up accidentally creating some gaps in this, and I had to correct it in Procreate Dreams, which is okay. Just less gaps, the better. I kept this piece very simplistic. That's probably my biggest disappointment with this piece is I wish I got a little bit more detailed, but I stayed with it as simplistic as I could get just because I was trying out different animation stuff. And so I typically keep things a little bit more simpler when I'm doing animation because I'm still so new at it. And I feel like when you keep it simpler, then you kind of see each section and you can work with it a little bit easier. But when it's a lot more complicated, you have to, like, fixing gaps makes it a little bit harder to fix the gaps, I guess. Mostly this is because I'm a beginner. If I wasn't as much of a beginner, I'd probably get more complicated. Or I should say I would dive deeper into it and be more detailed, but the way that this is, I just stick to simple. Keep it simple, stupid, you know? It just makes it easier to learn animation. Once I have the animation down and I know Procreate Dreams a little bit better, I think that I can get, again, a little bit more detailed, a little bit more complicated. I think that Procreate Dreams, the thing that kind of holds me back is, like I said, when you create those gaps, you have to fix them. And sometimes I get stuck into the details and I don't like that. I just want to correct it with a few colors and just move on and leave it at that. So as you can see here, like I said, I broke up each section. I'm breaking up the sections of the wings because when I do the animation, I'm sectioning out each piece of the wing. And I'll show you kind of why I did that. I want her wing to kind of flap up and down, and that's also why I didn't draw her other wing. I just drew one wing and then kept it in sections so that when the wing moves, it's just in those sections. To be honest with you guys, I kind of want to redo this exercise again with a different character, and I'll show y'all why. My inspiration comes from a lot more detail and a lot more complicated, how should I say it? It's a more complicated animation, and mine was very simplistic. I'm just kind of testing waters here. So I'm sorry if mine doesn't look as awesome as the one you're about to see, but that's kind of why. There is definitely a learning process when it comes to animation. I feel like there's some people that are just naturally good at doing it, but then I feel like a lot of others might need a little bit more I guess playing with it. Like me, I feel like there's things that I'm really good at, and when I do it, it's like, wow, it looks really good, and then I'm super happy. I did a cat one that I'm going to show y'all in the future. If y'all haven't seen it, you can go look at my Instagram. Or actually, yes, I did post a YouTube video as a short, and it has a little witch cat. Man, I love that one. I feel like I did that one really, really well. But then there's ones that I feel like I could improve or do better. And a lot of that has to do with, again, an experience with animation. You know, as an artist, if you're not good at something, do it more. Draw more. If you're not good at drawing, draw more. I actually started on doing this new thing where I want to get better at doing art. I don't know, just drawing characters that I'm not used to drawing. So I will be doing a film on that. I'm not going to tell y'all quite about what it is, but I want to do where it's not animation based. It's just getting better at doing art by drawing characters that it's going to be fan art stuff. So spoiler with that is it will be fan art. However, I think it's really to test my boundaries and to test my abilities on getting better at just art in general. So I actually got super inspired by 1000's YouTube channel. He basically makes a Fiverr. If y'all have not seen his channel, he does amazing art. I absolutely adore his art. He has amazing art. He creates a Fiverr and basically does like way too many art pieces in like a week, and it's amazing how he does it. Just watching it, it's like, oh my gosh, he just puts it together and makes it look good, and I'm just so impressed. And I thought, you know what, this makes me feel like I'm slacking a little bit. I need to be drawing a lot more than I am. I need to put more time into this. And so I think that that's why I've decided to draw some fan art and see how much I can do. Now, I don't know if I can do, like, he does like 20 to 50 in like a week. I don't think I can do that, but I at least can do a little bit more, and I want to. Please, guys, go watch his channel. He's very artistic. He also raps a little bit to his videos, and I think it's just so cool. If y'all get a chance, just go see it. It's pretty awesome. I also made a Fiverr. My Fiverr is up. Y'all can find it through the website. I'm actually starting at $5 a drawing, and then basically for the more complicated stuff going about 15 or 20. And I feel like you guys, if y'all wanted to test and give me something to draw and y'all want to commission me, go ahead and y'all can go there and check out my stuff. I think the most difficult thing for me is motivation. I try to draw at least one piece a week, but I want to do more than that. I would love to do more, like 2 or 3, and I have in the past, but I want to stay motivated without burning out. And I think that that's a very difficult thing with artists in general, is like, how do you stay motivated to do something? Well, you got to love what you do, and I do. And you got to just keep going. You got to keep doing it. There's a lot of YouTube videos that are out there that are like, how do I stay motivated? How do I stay doing this? And honestly, like, I watch them. It helps me to stay motivated and makes me excited. Hey, I want to do this. I want to create more. I want to do this. And I think I want to bring that to you guys. I want to show y'all, like, hey, keep on creating, keep doing this. You know, you'll get better. Even if you don't feel like the piece looks good, just keep on creating. I post even though I think something looks like crud. I still post it. I still have it out there. I still make videos for y'all, even if I don't like it. And I'll tell y'all, hey, I don't really like it. But I still post it and I still show you guys because I want to see how far I've come. I want to show y'all how far I've come, even if I don't like something. So this is the end result of the painting, and we're going to get into the animation. Next, I'm going to show you guys what really motivated me. So this animation is on Instagram, and you can see who all draws it and who basically posts it. And it's not the full animation, it's just some of it. And it is of Card Capture Sakura, one of my favorite animes. So here it is. If you want to go check it out, check it on Instagram. Again, it is not the full animation. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. It is so beautiful. They did an amazing job. And this is just even a piece of it. Y'all should go check out the whole thing. XP Pen UK has more video on it. Go check it out. So that's what initially sparked my creativity. I'm sorry guys, mine's not gonna look like that. It's not gonna look that cool, but that's okay. I'm just experimenting. The amount of detail that went into that animation is just absolutely insane. And I hope someday I will be able to create something like that for you guys. So again, here, when I import all these layers, they go in one line and it doesn't show the picture. So I have to put them vertically instead of horizontally. And then I have to resize. I think I've shown y'all this before. This animation, my goal was to have her arm move, her hair flow, and then also have the wings and the feathers move around in the image. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be showing here, you guys, is I'm going to be working on her arm and her wing. Again, her wing is not as detailed as the one that I just showed y'all, but that being my ultimate inspiration, I'm just kind of playing with pieces of the wing and trying to get it to flow. I'm hoping that I can, again, redo this exercise and try to create something that is even better. I thought about actually doing a card capture Sakura one. Maybe I might do Cerberus, because Cerberus is pretty simplistic. He has little wings and I thought he's kind of cute. I thought about drawing him and animating his little wings. I haven't done a card capture Sakura in a little while, and it's one of my favorite animes. It's actually one of the animes I've watched all the way through, except for the new stuff that they came out with, I think within the last couple years. I think I started to watch it, but I had a hard time getting into it because I feel like when the series finished, it finished where it should have finished, and adding more to it just seemed like a little bit much. It was a lot like back in the 90s, how they had Sailor Moon and the Sailor Moon, how you defeat the bad guy or you know, they capture the card. It was kind of that 90s, like the story goes on, but it takes you a long time to get the main story done because she's always saving the world kind of anime. And I actually finished it. I was surprised it was one that I didn't, and I haven't even finished Sailor Moon, so I need to go back and watch Sailor Moon. It's just, again, very repetitive, kind of like Pokemon was back in the day too. So with this, I'm just trying to move the top of her wing, and then I'm going to try to then move the middle part and then the part next to her back, just to kind of give a little bit of movement to the wing itself. To be honest, I'm not entirely happy with how the wing movement animation ended. I thought it was okay. It turned out okay. But ultimately, I want to do something like the animation before, a little bit more complicated. And I think this is just kind of a start, and I wish I did a little more to it. I think the gaps kind of got to me. I kept trying to move the wing where it looked natural and normal, but because it was in pieces, I feel like the gaps kind of messed with it, and I need to figure out, maybe drawing out each feather might help that a little bit, but the way that I drew it was just kind of blocky. Again, that's all part of the learning curve of doing this. Is if I were to redo the wing, I would probably do it in sections of feathers instead of sections of the wing itself, because I think it just looks a little blocky. Overall though, I think this piece turned out great. I think it was pretty, and testing just different things helped me learn how to do things a little bit differently. The feathers that I'm about to animate, you guys, I think also turned out really, really cool. I'm actually happy with the feathers. I animated them similar to how I animated the leaves in the other video, but I think they turned out pretty cool. Out of all the animations that I have done so far, I think my favorite animations are the cutesy little fox and the cute little kitty. I like the cute little animals. They're super easy to me to animate, and I think they look the best out of everything that I've animated so far. So while you guys watch me animate this, I kind of wanted to talk about AI and a lot of things that are changing, I think, in AI. I think AI really discourages a lot of artists, and I see a lot of artists going from one platform to the other, to another, to another. And some of these platforms that these artists are going to are maybe not as popular or as big, but they think that that's the way to go. And you still have your big artists that are still going to the same platforms that they've always had. And I think there's a reason for that. honestly, I think AI, yes, it can steal your art, and yes, it can take away from seeing that your art isn't valued, because it does steal people's art, and it does take it and basically creates its own thing, and it can be kind of discouraging, especially to new artists. And honestly, I just wouldn't even think about it too much. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think if you're an artist, the point of art for me is to show it to you guys. It's not about the AI. It's about making y'all's day. Maybe it lightens your day a little bit better than maybe it was before, and maybe these videos help you also want to continue to create and post what you have. And I think that when you're focused too much on what is everyone else doing, for ages, people have stolen art for many, many years. And, people take the Mona Lisa and they will redraw and recolor the Mona Lisa for them. And it's just, honestly, you can't focus on that, I don't think. I honestly think that when you put your stuff out on the internet in general, it's out there. It doesn't matter. Like, someone could steal it in some form. So AI doing it is not much different to me as someone else taking your artwork and claiming it as their own, tracing it, doing something to it. The point is, what is it to you to draw, other than to show it and shine it with other people, show it to other friends, show it to the world? I think that where we get kind of caught up on is, I just don't want someone to steal it. Well, if you just draw it and tuck it away, well then cool. I mean, it's for your own personal use, but is that what you really want to do with your art? Do you want to hide it? And some people do, and that's okay. But for me, I feel like I don't want to hide my art. I don't want to hide my talent. I don't want to hide my hard work. I want to show you guys all of it. And I think I just don't want to focus on the negative. I think there's a lot of negative. I think there's a lot of negative things on the internet, and AI can just take what I have and do all this and that to it. But honestly, like, whatever. If it does, it does. You guys know who I am, and y'all know what my art is. Y'all seen my art, and my goal is to help y'all. I just really hope that you guys continue to create something, to make something, to produce something, because I think that when you make something, it just truly brings joy. It brings joy to you. It brings joy to others. Honestly, I love seeing other people's works. I love seeing what other people can do. I'm not very crafty, by the way. I can do some crafty things, but I'm more artistic. When I see crafty stuff, I am just so amazed at it. I think it's amazing, like quilting, sewing, and making things. Like, maybe it's for Christmas decorations, maybe it's Halloween decorations, whatever. Seeing that stuff is really cool to me. And that's honestly because that's just not what I'm particularly good at. So as you can see here, I animated the feathers, I made them turn, and then I have them flowing. Also, I do want to tell you guys, when I make these animating videos, they are sped up. I spend a lot of time kind of going in, refining it, and it just takes so much time, and I don't want to bore y'all. So essentially, like, I do speed it up, and then when you guys see the end product, you will see it at the correct speed, because this is basically sped up to be a little bit fast. Otherwise, this video would be like super long if y'all watched the entire time of me animating it and reanimating it and then making mistakes and starting over. It takes a lot longer because I'm still learning Procreate Dreams. Maybe when I become faster, I can make videos at the right speeds, but as of now, I'm just kind of speeding it up just so you can guys at least get the gist of what I'm doing, and you can take that and run with it if you'd like. So this is pretty much the end of it. This is the end result of the painting itself, and you're about to see the animation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you to keep on drawing and doing something, make something. And if you do like this video, please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Maybe tell me about what you like to create. I really, really love getting feedback from you guys because it helps me to keep pushing on, and you motivate me to keep on going, and I hope that I also motivate you in return. So again, thank you guys for watching, and don't quit creating.